Hi everyone, happy new year. If you're new here, thanks for clicking on to my video. I hope you really enjoy it. So it is January 1st 2021 and we don't really need to talk about last year, do we? Because we all went through it and we all had our own issues that went along with all of that. So I wanted to do a really positive, happy video today, going into the new year. Even though my city is still in tier 4, so we're basically in complete lockdown. But, you know, I think there's so much negativity around at the minute. We just kind of need to uplift ourselves in any way we can. I think mental health's really been affected throughout this last year. So I just think, why not do a happy video? Like, we're all pissed off about it, like, we're especially still being in all the tears and stuff, so let's just have something fun to take our mind off it and just look forward to. So special shout out to Leela and Chantal, my friends. So this video is all going to be about this diary planner I've got, and I saw it on Amazon before, but I thought £30 for a diary, like, no. But then they got it and they were showing pictures of it on their Instagram stories and stuff, and I realised it's so much more than just a diary. So it's the Law of Attraction planner. You can get the dated version, which is the one I got, and this is the front of it. Ignore my nails, they're awful. My tan's looking ridiculous on my hands, but that isn't what matters. What matters is this. So it's got all like the star signs and stuff on the front, which I'm obsessed with anyway. And it's like a beautiful rose gold. You can get this in other colours and other designs if you have a look online, but this is the one I went for, and you can see it's got all beautiful notes all the way through. So I'm just going to talk you through it, and I really suggest getting this, even though it's already January 1st, even if you don't watch this video till mid-year, it can still really help. So I'd just recommend it to absolutely everyone. So the front page, there's so much to fill out. So the front page, you've got my life statement. So how would I love my life to be? How I want to contribute to the world. So you just kind of write little statements there, and then you've got like your planner index. Honestly, it's so in depth. Let's just skip to, you've got Law of Attraction roadmap. So this is, everyone's kind of heard of Law of Attraction, but this kind of talks you through how you can get in the habit of doing things and what to do, because I think a lot of people don't understand how to properly do it. And then just want to show you, so you've got affirmations that you can read there. You've got actions and steps to feel better, self-care ideas, giving back, entertainment, like all things to just make you feel really good. I'm going to skip to the bits I filled out. So this bit is awareness and self-discovery. So what would I want to experience in life if time and money weren't an issue? So then you write down things there. How do I want to grow? What do I want to contribute to this world? Who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going? How do I want to be remembered when I'm gone? If I achieved all my life goals, how would I feel? How can I feel that along the way? Which I think is really important, because a lot of the time we're constantly chasing how we're going to feel when we've done this, or when this has happened, or when this has happened, and it's that kind of chasing happiness that you're always after. But joy, it's not an everlasting feeling. Like, you can't constantly feel joy, but you can, a really good feeling to have is when you feel accomplished. Like, you've accomplished things that kind of stays with you. You could do that all day, like making a healthy meal, or tidying your room, or watching a program that you wanted to watch. So it's just about thinking of what you think that end is going to give you in a feeling, and how you can incorporate that feeling into your journey rather than just as the destination. And then you've got a mission statement. What are my top 10 achievements in my life? So this is more just, this side is more just talking about you and being aware of like your good points and good things that have happened so far. And then you've got a goal setting page, so it's 50 goals that you write down. And at first I really struggled with it. I thought, how am I going to write down 50 goals? Like, that is a lot, but they can be really small or really big. And it actually says like give yourself a time frame, so it can be 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, 5 years, 20 years, all of that. So I'll read a few of mine out. So to buy my own house, that's what I've put as number 1. That's a massive one for me. I really want to be a homeowner and in a beautiful house. I want to have a room with my own studio in, that I do all of my lashes and makeup and filming in. I want a beautiful kitchen. I want a lovely conservatory, and it's all about, this book will talk you through, you've got to be so specific. Like when you're trying to bring things through law of attraction, the more specific you are, the better. So it makes you really get down to every detail, like what your house is going to smell like when you walk in, what the carpet will feel like, or you know, all of these things. You've got to really imagine it, and imagine it as if it's there is what will help bring it to reality. If you're not into this and I sound crazy, I'm so sorry. But if you are into this, you know what I mean. So another one is build a clientele. And then I've got, so I've done this a few times on here. So I've got build a clientele 10 in brackets, so that's 10 regular customers that I want to have, and that will be within 6 months depending on lockdown and stuff. And then I've got build a clientele 20, because I actually trained in lashes at the very beginning of last year, and then obviously we went into lockdown and I had a very poorly pregnancy, so I literally barely got to do any. I didn't get to set up my business properly, so hopefully when we come out of lockdown and Teddy isn't feeding so often on me, I can really start to build up a clientele. And they're not people who've just come to get their lashes. When I'm saying this, I want people who come back and come back and come back. So that's one that I've got on there. I've got savings goals, so save this amount in this many months. I've got do 1 Audible book a month, so I'm obsessed with Audible. When you watch success videos, they're always saying you need to read. And when you're a mum of 2, a single mum of 2, you got a newborn and a crazy 7-year-old who has so much energy, it's not always possible to read. So what I absolutely love about Audible, I pay £7 a month on there, and when I'm cooking I can listen to it, when I'm in bed I can listen to it, and I just find it so much more easy to listen rather than finding the time to actually sit down and read. So if you haven't got Audible, that's something I definitely, oh my ring light just fell a little bit, definitely recommend for the new year. What other one, what good ones have I got? So build my credit, so that's to do with getting the house as well. I've checked my credit on, I think it's called Credit Karma, and it doesn't affect your credit score when you check it on there, but I think it's really important to kind of know where you are and keep trying to get to that good level. It's really hard to get like the good credit, but if you're aware of where your credit is and it like gives you helpful ways that you can improve it, obviously that makes it easier for a mortgage. So that's on my to-do list this year. I've got write a book, which I'd love to do. I haven't got too specific about that at the moment. I know I want to write some form of self-help book, but I really need to think about exactly what I want to do in that. I know I've thought about doing like an OCD one, because obviously I've dealt with really bad OCD for many years. I've thought about doing like a business one, a self-love one, so who knows, but this is in 5 years. So when it comes closer to that time, hopefully I'll start to be more specific and kind of really know what I want from that book. Let me just do one more. So I've got do a brand collab. So I really am enjoying kind of the mummy vlogging thing. I just find it so much easier to be myself. A lot of the time with the beauty stuff that I've been doing for a few years, I kind of fell off for a few years, but that's what I first wanted to do about 4 years ago. And I just find myself always comparing myself to other people and just feeling not good enough, and it kind of got in a toxic thing for me where I constantly just didn't feel good enough, and it was just getting me down that I wasn't getting to where I wanted to be. So, and that's on me, that's on my confidence as well, so I needed to work on my confidence and stuff like that. But with the mummy stuff, it just genuinely makes me feel good and happy, and I think that's what you should really go after, like when it doesn't feel like work. And I'm not trying to put too much pressure on it, like, oh my god, I need to be this massive vlogger and do all this and do all that, but I would love to get a following of mums who relate to me and just feel understood, or have a laugh with me that day because we're laughing at our kids being crazy, or yeah, just someone that understands them. Because I think, you know, being a mum, you're constantly worried if you're doing the right thing or not, and it's just nice to know that all other mums are going through that same thing. So that's another thing on there. And then you've got a thing where you create your harmony levels. So you've got spiritual, personal growth, relationship, career and business, fun and recreation goals, money, family and health. So I've wrote little things in all of them. Let's go on to the next one. So you've got top 5 goals that you want to achieve this year. So mine are, and I wasn't going to tell anyone I was going to do this because I was going to leave it as a surprise, but I guess you can kind of see it on camera now. So but I really want to train in nails. A girl at work who I absolutely love and is amazing at nails is finally training people, and I've always wanted to do it, but the training academies, I've never really known who to trust or anything like that, because I know her, I feel really comfortable about doing it with her. So I have to do the basic manicure first, and then I'm going to go into acrylics. So I've already put some money in my savings specifically for this course to do that. So that's something I really want to do. Even though we're in and out of lockdowns, I think when we're out of a lockdown, it's a really good way for me personally to make some extra money. It's something that I'd really enjoy doing, and yeah, it's something that makes me happy when I think about doing it. And I think we just need to add as much happiness in our lives as we can, and it puts me closer to being self-employed, which is what I really want to be one day. So next one is build my clientele, decorate my room. So my room's just crazy. I've still got my Christmas tree up, don't judge me. So my mum is the sweetest person in the world, and she wanted to like repaint for me before baby came, and I love her so much, but like she got on the wallpaper and stuff, and she really tried her best. But yeah, just kind of redo up my room until I have a house to move into. Because I think your room's like your sanctuary. It's where you should feel your most comfortable and most happy. So that's one of my things that I need to do. Next one is cook and bake more. So I did a really nice shop in Aldi, and I've been really enjoying all the meals. I've been making really healthy meals. In lockdown I did a lot of baking, and I really enjoyed that. Obviously it's a bit harder with a newborn, because even when I put him down, like as soon as I put him down, he knows and he wakes up and wants to cuddle me again. So maybe the baking will be a bit more when he's older. With the cooking, I can get Romeo to kind of hold him, because it's like, oh, mummy's got to make dinner. But yeah, that's something I've enjoyed, and it saves so much money. I mean, I'm awful for just being like, should we just get a McDonald's? Should we just go to Domino's? Shall we just, you know, when you've had a long day and you just can't be asked to cook. That is me a lot of the time, but I always feel better when I've cooked. Like I said, it gives me time to listen to my Audible books as well, and it just helps me save money, so, and that goes towards the kind of house thing, so it just benefits me in so many ways. And the final one is pass my driving test. Charlotte, you are a whole 27 years old and you can't drive. I did lessons when I was 17, a whole 10 years ago, but I knew I could never buy a car. I don't come from a family where they can buy me a car. That would have never been a thing. We've very much been working class my whole life. So at that point I just felt like there was no point in carrying on, because I wouldn't have been able to buy a car for a long time. Now I do, you know, I'm working and all of that, it's a lot more reachable for me. I'm not going to say it's easy, because I'm not on the highest wage, but I will be, universe. But yeah, it's a lot more reachable, and it's just like when me and Romeo have to do the school run and it's throwing it down raining, it's like, Mum, you need a car. I'm like, I know, please stop spending my money then so I can't get a car. So that's one of the final thing on there for this year. And then you've got your whys, which I've kind of explained to you. And then you've got set rewards if you achieve your goals. So I think this is really important. So when you're setting a goal, if you think, oh, if I do this, then I'll get this reward, and really focus on that reward, especially if it's things like eating healthier, quitting smoking, anything like that, things that you don't really want to do but you should do. If you have a reward that you really like, it'll just help motivate you a little bit more. Also, saying that, try not to be like, I've got to quit smoking, like it's talking like you're losing something. More like, I'm going to gain my health this year, because then you're just talking about what you're gaining rather than what you're losing. When you talk about what you're losing, it makes it less desirable to do. When you talk about something you're gaining, it makes you want to gain that. So that's a little tip. And then it's got reprogram your mind. So I haven't actually completed this bit yet. So it's got your fears. So I've just put my OCD. I haven't put what my OCD specific to, but I put my OCD, and you've got positive affirmations to repeat daily from that. So an affirmation is something you say to yourself every single day, and it kind of helps to change the way your brain thinks. So if you keep saying it, your brain will start to believe it. And then you've got my distractions. So my distraction, probably social media. That's what I need to put in there. But at the same time, social media has a lot to do with what I want to do. So maybe it's just not scrolling mindlessly on social media and not be on it unless you're doing work stuff. That's probably what I need to put in there. And then you've got, I'm not going to go through the whole book, because obviously you can see it's massive, and a lot of it is like the diary stuff. But I just wanted to talk through these main things. Then you've got where am I now, where am I going, and how do I get there. So you've got these for spiritual, personal development, relationship, career and business, financial, health, and free time and family. You can see I've left relationship blank. And that is just because I don't actually know what I want from that kind of section in my life. I'm really happy at the moment, and I don't know how to, yeah, I don't really know what, it's not my focus at the minute. So the other things are, so I've filled all them out, and then silly me did this a little bit wrong. So you can see it's all colour coordinated, so you can see they've got their colours. So my goal is supposed to be associated to these colours, so like spiritual, personal development, blah blah blah, but I just saw these as my goals, so I just wrote down goals. So I did it a little bit wrong, but I don't mind, I'm happy with what I've done. So so you write down each goal, and then you've got what are the major steps to make this happen to you, and then you've got 1 to 5. Again, this is really important. A lot of the time when we've got a goal, we just have the goal and we're not thinking about the little steps we need to do to get there, and it's the little steps doing them that actually make sure that it happens. You can't just be like, oh, I want to be a doctor, and then you're like, yeah, I need to go to university, but like, what little steps are you going to do? Like, I need to study at least every day from this time to this time to ensure I've got the knowledge. I need to get some work experience. I need to make sure I stand out from other candidates for the best universities and all of that stuff. So I think that's really important. And then the final thing I'm going to show you, well, almost final thing, where is them questions there? There's like a question page that you can do every day. Here we are. So it's questions to empower your day, and I'll just read a few of them for you. So, what am I happy about in my life right now? What makes me happy? How does that make me feel? What am I proud about in my life right now? What makes me proud? How does that make me feel? And you can do these every day in the morning, and it just really starts your day with gratitude. It makes you feel really good, and it's so important. The more grateful we are, the more that comes to us, and the more we acknowledge what comes to us. I think a lot of the time we take so much for granted. Like, before last year, you took walking outside with your friends for granted, didn't you? So we take so much for granted. So it's really important to kind of start our day with a really grateful mindset. And then you've got evening questions. So, what have I given today? In what ways have I been a giver today? What did I learn today? How is my energy vibration today? How can I improve? So these are things to do in the evening. And then I just want to show you the little stickers. My battery's flashing, it's gonna die, but you've got all these little stickers. You've got like important, to delegate. I don't know if that's when you write like clean the living room, you can delegate that to your husband or whatever. But I've been doing this for the past 3 days, and it's put me in the best mindset for the new year. So I really recommend getting it. I'm going to championship for it, guys. Really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please like and subscribe and comment down below if you do buy it, or what kind of things you do for law of attraction to bring things into your life. Have a good new year, guys. Hopefully it's better than last year. Bye.